Do you dream too of shaving off 1.5 inches? What is up, everybody? Ben here. Welcome to Tactical Fellowship. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I wanted to show you this guy, 14.5-inch BCM. I've had it for about a year. I've put about 1K through it, and I wanted to get this review out to you guys before it got a little bit too cold in the places that I hang. As I'm not an authority on this subject matter, I'm just going to go through with you what I've got on this thing, and we can laugh together and cry together.
It's hard to see the light in the darkness.
And maybe share a moment or two together would be nice. Alright, muzzle to muzzle. Starting at the tip, I have a Surefire War Comp because T-Rex Arms says so, and it really does the best of both worlds, compensation and flash hider, and I want to have friends in whatever world we are living in after Biden leaves office. Also, I have a Surefire cannon. Surefire suppressors fit on Surefire muzzle devices, so that's why I have that. Moving back here, I've got a Surefire Scout light as well. It's little, it's light, I like white light. Nothing says knock it off like a couple lumens to the face. And I have the pressure pad mounted on top right here. Moving on, I have the Magpul Pro backup sights. They have a strong flip, they're very flat, and you can adjust the front here without a tool. Behind these things, I have rail scales, XOS panels, which I now prefer over the original G10s. Because the tri-area coverage is really quite nice, I have this in honeycomb in case you're wondering. Below that, I have their RSB, vertical grip in Terra Bronze, so I can better pull back into my shoulder with my rifle and also push through your innards. All of this is sitting on key mod. It's just what I happen to have. A little further back, we have the star of the show, my first offset RMR on a rifle, and it is really something to write home about. It's a Trijicon 3.25 MOA in olive drab. It's sitting on an Arasaka mount, which I really like. I actually look to take everything out to 50 yards with this guy right here. Right above that, I have my LPVO. It's a low-pooled VX6HD. Really like this scope. It's got a gold ring, which is code for bling bling. The reason why I prefer this over the Vortex Viper, even though there is a good cost difference here, is that it has locking turrets, so this dirty civilian doesn't knock the turret 3 clicks off and miss at 100 yards. Yes, I'm looking at you, 3-gun competition. It's also got a built-in throw lever right here. They know you're gonna throw it, and so they built it right in with something you put right on there to lock it in, so you're not looking at little tension adjusted things that will snap or wiggle or break off. And I think that's fantastic. The only thing I'm not excited about, the reticle is just doesn't make it feel like a sniper. It's sitting in LaRue's can mount, and I know this might be a little bit over the top, but this mount is probably even better than Mark LaRue's groups. The levers lock right here and they don't accidentally disengage, as I have experienced with other mounts on the market. And all of this is sitting on a BCM 14.5 enhanced lightweight upper. BCM is manufactured in Heartland, Wisconsin, and I lived my entire life around there, so I support the home team. BCM is my home team, and so I buy their uppers. Look, I'm never going to understand how good I actually have it with this upper. To Taco Bet, you will walk taller walking with a 14.5. On the back here, I have a Geisley supercharging handle with TamFam Graham, custom topography. Using this thing, it's like the wonderful feel of tank tread crushing your enemies every time you rack. All right, on the bottom, cruising right along, we got a LaRue lower, and I really like it. It's got good lines, it's beefed up, Texas. Inside of this, I have their MBT2 trigger. I really love that trigger because a little bit of take-up is my thing. I have a Magpul bad lever on this because I still have time to put bad levers on things, and a Radiant Arms Talon 45-degree short throw safety selector. This thing is pretty sick, and I will put these on all my guns now. The engineering is strong. Way to go to those guys. On the bottom, I have a Magpul Mo Plus grip. This was a mistake. I wasn't going to get this grip, but I like it now. It's got a rubberized texture that's grippy. It's nice to hold. It keeps my hand where it needs to be. On the back, I've got a LaRue stock. Now this came with it, and I'm a Magpul guy on the back, but this stock is really tight to their tube, and it's good. It's really strong, and the Magpul ones had wiggle. Too much wiggle for me to feel good, so I've just kind of left this on. The little O-ring adjustment here is really pretty cool. I don't have any problems with that. I don't even remember where it was. Where was this? I've really grown to like this stock. It's strong and I can mortar it all day long. Crappy reloads. So why in the world are you going to take the time to get a 14.5? You got a 16-inch. Why did you get a 14.5? Why should you think about getting a 14.5? Technically speaking, going from a 16-inch to a 14.5 will save you about 9.4% of the overall length, while only costing you 6.7% in velocity, going from 3,000 FPS down to about 2,800. Shorter and lighter and more maneuverable, 1.5 inches more maneuverable, is a good thing in my opinion. Another reason why I like this and why I built it is because this is as short as I can get before getting into SBR land, and or also the pistol brace annual thunderfest of uncertainty whether or not you are going to be put in a federal prison. Last but not least, but first, go ahead and stick your thumb up YouTube's anti-gun loving hole by liking and subscribing, and why not find me at tacticalfellowship.com, MeWe, Rumble, and Parler for when they cancel us all. The most important thing is this: it's special. Your bros know it's special. They can't put their finger on it and they can't name it, but you know that secretly deep down they want to be cradling your AR. And that, my friends, is really the journey of this gun. It is going to be my little workhorse for the time being, and I'm going to love it and drive it hard and see what happens. And so stick around. Maybe there'll be another video on this, but maybe this thing's just gonna function like it should, and its life will be boring and effective, which is also good. Well, you guys, that's really all I got for you today, man. I hope you've enjoyed checking out my 14.5. Maybe it's given you some ideas, and maybe you know now for sure after this that your 16-inch is just fine, because it is. All right, hold down the fort. Chin up, as always. Right fast, shoot straight. We'll see you next time.